Hello everyone, this is MAAP Real Talk Show with you here. It's 11:20 this morning. We at the state capitol in Arizona, Phoenix. And I am so happy and honored to have one of the senators. Not only she's a senator, she was also a colonel lieutenant in the Air Force. And every time that I get, and I'm gonna do a little rattling because at the end of the day, I am so honored to speak with this lady. She's a history maker. She's doing it. She's the shaker and the maker. And this is why I do this show, MAAP Real Talk Show. Is because of Wendy Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the best person that I know. Is that okay to say? I don't know what else I'm gonna.
I love you too, George.
I love you so much. But I also know when you do right or wrong, but you haven't done anything wrong. So everybody say you're all so friendly because you do no wrong. You are on message. You give us on target. You get everybody comfortable. You let them know what's going on, even if it's bad or worse or in between. How do you do that, Mrs. Rogers?
Well, I think it's really important to get the truth out. As you may know, I am a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force. I was a commanding officer, and I know that no matter what the news is, people want to know ahead of time so they're not blindsided. Today, I feel in my heart of hearts that we will get to the truth of the presidential election of 2020 here in Arizona, but for Arizona. 2.1 million ballots have been audited, and a deep dive cyber forensic audit analysis was done, and I'm going to be very proud of that.
So they told me about it. So are you going to be inside because
Yes.
right, I want people to know what's happening right now. We haven't had the Audit Integrity election results yet.
Right.
So as we're doing this live,
Right.
and as well as taping. So is there something, I know you don't like to predict, but you already have an ins on it. Is it something you want to tell the viewers, like maybe something like juicy?
I would expect the results today to be consequential. I will be at my desk on the floor of the Arizona Senate. Hats off to Senate President, my colleague, Karen Fan, who has tenaciously pursued the truth. We have been upheld 4 times in court, and we've had 2,000 volunteers vetted, background checked, Maricopa County voters in the November election itself who have volunteered at the audit. This is a great day for America.
So what do you expect? Well, you're not going to tell us what to expect.
I'm
as a reporter, I have to ask you this,
Of
and I'm so
course.
sorry.
I expect the truth.
That's what I want to know. So do you see it like either way? But I notice everybody's peaceful, as you see, you look around you. And do you anticipate anything else?
I hope that we maintain the peace, obviously.
Yes.
We're a peaceful country. This is a constitutional republic. And we, the states of the United States of America, must reclaim our mantle as the ones in whom are invested the plenary power to oversee the U.S. presidential election.
What do you say to the people that think that if the voters come out, if the results comes out differently, let's say on the other side, or Trump wins, whatever the numbers are, everybody thinks like he's going to be, they forget that there's another 2 states, and that's not what it's about. It's about correcting the mistakes, if it was made or not.
Well,
what do you say to the people that the President Trump, is he going to be the president, or what do you say to them that if that's not what it's about?
The first step is to determine what the truth is.
Right.
The first step is to decertify. I've already called to decertify because there are so many inaccuracies already revealed, both in the interim report from the audit in July and the separate standalone canvass that was done. There are so many votes in question just with those 2 components that I have already called for decertification, which essentially says that what we turned in January was inaccurate. So
to move forward with the votes and the process, what are your assumptions on that? Like if there's any changes need to be done?
We need to audit all 50 states.
That's what you're looking for?
Yes, and I have,
just for the hell of it, or just because there's a lot of wrongdoing?
Oh, there has already been wrongdoing found in so many states that already went to Trump. For example, say Missouri.
Right.
Trump won by 19 points. He probably won by 39 points. And so there are processes and totals and anomalies that have to be delved into in every state.
So just to keep our constitutional on the right path,
Right.
of course, it's not has to do with only a president, because that's the only thing we have is our vote. If we mess around with this, we're not going to have any
Absolutely
laws.
right. This is the foundation, the bedrock of our democracy.
Right.
I think cheating on the voter rolls
Right.
has been going on, they say, since 1988.
Wow, this is incredible. Gail, I noticed you do also reporting on my side. Is there something you want to ask the senator?
Oh, hi, Wendy, Gail Golick. Nice to meet you
Gail,
in person. Yes, you definitely have heard from me. Good to see you, and thank you for joining us today. It's a big day in Arizona, and thank you for your fight. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your voice out there.
Well, and it's just the start.
I know.
This is the new phase we're entering today.
It really is the new phase today, and this is the next call is for a special session, correct?
I don't know on that, but we must decertify, in my opinion.
But in order to decertify, you need a special session?
Not to my knowledge, but don't quote me on that. We can vote to decertify.
Well, how do you vote to decertify without being in session?
We'll see what the procedures are.
Yeah, okay, because I do believe that, as I understand it, either Ducey can call for special session and or the legislature, Rusty Bowers and Karen Fan, House Speaker Rusty Bowers and Senate President Karen Fan can do that as well. So, and then I have heard from Senator Borelli that it might just be federal only, and so possibly we only need a minor majority, but I'm not sure about that either. So that'll be good to
Well,
know.
stay tuned, because today it's one step at a time.
Well, today,
And people ask me that all the time. What's the long-range outcome? It's really hard to predict. My job has been twofold. Number one, to get to the truth of what happened in 2020. And number two, with that information, fix it so that we don't have a problem again in 2022.
right. Well, we definitely need to fix this election, and I think the biggest thing is that if we don't make this wrong right, we will never have a 22 or 2024.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, we have to ban the machines. What are your thoughts about banning the machines and getting rid of these tabulation machines?
We need to get rid of the machines. We need to have one day that we vote.
She said that
One
from day
piece of
one.
paper.
Yep, that's what she said.
And
That's
the only people
awesome.
who can't show up are those of us serving in the military abroad, or someone who's an invalid
Handicapped,
in a nursing home.
Right. Or people that are actually out of state. I think if they, they work out of state and things like that. Like President Trump voted from out of state too. But so I think that, on an annual basis, you could ask for permission. But we have to make sure that it's really limited. I agree. I think that's really good. Really good. What do you think what do you think the chances are of getting these Splunk logs?
We have been told we will get them.
Okay. Now, when they don't have they have no way to copy the data, how are you going to get the data to cipher if you can't copy the data?
I would say that whatever capabilities we have, they will be sufficient to get what we need.
What about the AG actually enforcing the subpoena? Because
I think he will do the right thing.
well, my thought is that the AG doesn't really have to listen to the legislative branch, and he has a statute in place where he can enforce the existing statute and the form. I think it's a 1487.
Right.
And he can enforce that. He doesn't have to abide by any agreement. There's a subpoena. It needs to be enforced. There has been a form that's been put in place, and he should enforce that subpoena. What are your thoughts about that?
I think he'll do the right thing.
I hope you're right.
He's an intellect. He's a legal intellect. He's a political bulldog, and I think he'll do the right thing.
I think we're all praying that he'll do the right thing, and I hope the right thing is to get everything that we need to prove everything that we do, including the internet connection and the routers and the Splunk logs. Thank you very much for your time
Gail.
today.
Okay,
God
good.
bless America.
God bless America.
Thank
we
you,
got
Gail.
this.
Thank you, Gail. Oh, you're welcome. Of course. I saw you behind me. I'm sorry about what happened. It was not planned. This is
Hey,
Oh,
it was
this
a random.
Is, this is fine.
That's what's so
This is
fun.
the American
So
marketplace
she's just
of
a colleague,
ideas.
she's also in the press. Nice,
Thank you.
nice. You're welcome. That's why I did that, because
Thank
I
you,
know
sir.
you're always working hard.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And I wanted, before you leave, because I know I took much of your time because you need to go back inside, just to to put a cap on everything that we talked about earlier. What's next for us here after 4 o'clock this afternoon?
I
The
just want to
results.
say a few things.
Yes.
Number one, there are more of us than
Right.
there are of them. And all total, we add up to more followership than Fox News has, okay? And if you haven't done so already, you need to go on wendyrogers.org. Wendy, like the hamburger.
Yes.
Wendy, Rogers.
I
like
think
Mr.
everyone knows you
Rogers.
by now, I tell you.
ROGERS.org, wendyrogers.org, and sign the petition to decertify the presidential election of 2020. We want 1 million signatures by this afternoon,
Yes.
and we're getting very close.
Yeah, I saw.
This is 1 million Americans
Right.
who say to decertify the presidential election of 2020. We will be heard. Put yourselves down on wendyrogers.org. On the landing page in the upper right corner is the link to click on, wendyrogers.org. Put your name down, be heard, be known that you are for decertification.
Thank you so much. And all 50 states. That's the last one we want to mention.
Absolutely. Audit all 50. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
All right,
Thank you. Hey guys,
hashtag.
come on, everybody
All right.
here. Everybody heard it. Yes.
That's right.
Get it. Thank you so much. We are honored to have you as well. This is MAAP Real Talk Show with you, George Nemeh here. Happen to be also my colleague from
Gail.
what's
Gail
your
Golak.
Gail Golak. Also, thank you for taking her questions.
Thank you.
That was nice of you to ask those beautiful
United.
questions. We
Yeah.
all stand united. That's the
Yes,
whole
we
idea.
do.
With you, I just want you to know. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, the humble little small media.
I work
And
for you.
I know. I also
I
am
don't
humbled.
work for anyone else.
Yeah, but I also,
see that building up
yes,
there? That's
I
my
do.
office.
I see
I
it.
work for you.
I wanna thank you so
I'm the little
much.
pokey grandma from Flagstaff.
No, you're a tough pilot. Stop it.
Warrior
You're a warrior, Grandma.
And
We all know.
And it's my husband's birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday to him. I was
So
gonna
Hal,
say.
He's
Yeah.
not here because I
It-
sent him shopping.
Tell him I said happy birthday because I love
and our
him too.
son's name is George, just
Yeah.
like this George.
Thank you so much,
And
guys.
George Washington.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Woo.
You can't misspell George.
Listen, I just want to tell you, you're a hard fighter. I would not want to be on the other side. I just tell you that. You are like
But all
an
of
inspiration.
us are fighters.
You,
We are.
but we need leaders, and you've taken the helm, and you have been very, very, very not only inspirational, you've been also in the trenches, and for that I really salute you.
Well,
sir,
it's
ma'am.
just the beginning, right?
Yeah, thank you so
They're
much.
gonna hear from us.
Thank you, ma'am, so much.
Yes.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless America.
God bless America, and I salute you.
God bless
Thank you.
you.
Yes. I need to take pictures if you can.
Take pictures. Let's take
Hold on.
pictures.